Gentlemen, we are live. How is everybody doing today? In today's episode, we're going to be talking about CS2 cases. Will they continue to rise in price? We're going to analyze a couple cases and basically give you guys the rundown of what's going on, why is everyone going into cases, how long will it last, all of that and more will be answered. Real quick though, before we get started, I do as always have to shout out the Patreon. You can join for free, but I highly recommend you go and join our private Discord community, hundreds of members. We have weekly newsletters for people. We have weekly members only live streams. We do lots of cool stuff behind the scenes in our Discord server. We also have special channels that gives us, you know, alerts and notifications on like what's going on with the markets. I'm trying to implement new bots and commands to let you guys analyze skins and investments. So if you're really interested in joining a community of like-minded investors, people that want to learn and grow about investing, make money, join this community. Link is in the description. Highly recommend you do so. If you join for free, you may also sometimes get alerted with like special discounts and offers. So you never know what you might get. Sometimes there may be free trials too. So highly recommend you join for free no matter what. Link is in the description as always, and let's get started. So, okay, will cases continue to rise? So, it's a very nuanced question. Will cases continue to rise? I guess we can start the stream off by going to the Steam community market and looking at some cases. It's no surprise the Dreams and Nightmares case is the top case. It has, you know, the best knives, arguably in the game. From a case, one of the best, and it's still dropping, but there's just so much demand for it that it's just not enough to keep up. We also have operation cases like Operation Breakout that has reached $1 or $8, the glove case reaching $7 of late, the Phoenix case. This was an under the radar investment for many years, and I'm so glad that it's finally, you know, reaching $4, and some say it's going to go higher. I tend to agree. Now, if you look at this case, look at this, guys. There's only 3,600 of them currently listed. That's not a lot of cases. And considering these things don't drop that often, again, let me back up for a second. So, why are cases rising, I guess, is probably the best thing. So, cases are rising for a number of reasons, but currently, the way I see it is cases are rising because, currently cases are rising because, one, no new skin content, i.e. no operation in 3 years. 2, changes, if I can spell changes to the drop system from 2018 finally catching up. Basically what that means is you have to earn the case drops as opposed to just farming them by being idle in servers. That was a huge change. And then number 3, Copenhagen didn't move as much as people expected. Fears of Shanghai being borderless, and people getting impatient and putting money to work in areas of the market that have historically outperformed. Historically, cases and old cases in particular have certainly done very well over the years. They 5x, 10x, sometimes 100x. In the case of the glove case, it literally did 100x historically. So those are my reasons why cases are rising. Also, I guess there's just demand. If you look at the statistics, last month, I think it was a record number of cases were unboxed, and Valve didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to give us new skins, new content. They just existed. These cases existed, and people just opened them like crazy. So it is what it is. Like, it's ludicrous. Valve are just getting away with a lot of free money. So yeah, it's all four of these things why cases are going to probably keep on rising until they aren't as popular. And what I mean by that is they're going to continue rising until something new gets added to the game. Until they aren't as popular. In other words, we get a new operation or new cases, new skins, basically new content. So it's gonna take some time, but right now, yeah, people are just dumping money into it. Now, here's one caveat though. We're entering the fall period, and historically, the months of like October, November, December have been pretty bad for the markets, for skins in general. Last year was horrific, but that was because CS was released in the fall, CS2 was released in the fall, and everybody, you know, had such high expectations, and it was just such a letdown of a release that, yeah, everybody just dumped their stuff. But even before CS2 last year, like, the fall and winter months have historically been pretty slow. So I wouldn't be surprised that we do take a pause over the next few weeks, maybe a month or two, and then pick things up again in, you know, February, March of next year, hitting new all-time highs. So for example, if we look at the Phoenix case, in September we hit 485. I think we're probably going to just like slowly go up a little bit, maybe just stay flat for the, like, I really don't see it. Okay, here's the thing. Unless there's a certain surge in demand for Phoenix cases, and what I mean by that, there's two ways for there to be demand. Demand can come in two ways. Artificially, by pumping lots of money into the item, removing its supply, causing prices to go higher. That's one way to, you know, get this to $5 and to get this case up. You see that there's only 3,600. You and maybe a group of friends and people who have a lot of money just start buying them off the market, buying large quantities of them, you know, in a short amount of time. Yeah, that's gonna push the price higher. That because there's more demand for those cases. Whether or not you open these cases, that's irrelevant. You're still buying it off of the market, which is demand pushing prices higher. So I'm not here to tell you exactly what's going to happen because I can't predict these things. In my weekly newsletter this week, I actually talked about agents. We actually went a deep dive into agents because if you were in my Discord server, you guys got alerted using the bots in the Discord server about agent prices and how they've been on the move, and they've been a trending item last few days. Certain agent skins have been doing very well lately, and it's literally similar thing as I just said. It's artificial demand. It's people not knowing where to put their money to work, just dumping large amounts of cash into an item that is, you know, limited time, supply low, restricted, good fundamentals, desirable item, niche item, etc. The same can be said for certain cases that fit that mold, that rare mold. Let me pop out the chat. I see somebody became a member. Was that you, Neven? 17 months. Cases will go to 3 cents again. I'm offering all members 10 cents per case. Okay, Neven. Funny guy. Make sure you guys vote in the poll. Will cases rise or crash to end the year? Most of you say they're going to rise into the year. Now, it's nuanced, guys. Remember that. It's nuanced. Keep in mind, end of year, we're going to have a major at the end of the year. So, keep in mind, Shanghai is in December of this year. It's going to be in December of this year. So, we may hit some turbulence towards the end of the year. I don't think they're going to keep on rising. There's going to definitely be some ups and downs. I ultimately do see these cases reaching new all-time highs next year, in early of Q1 next year. And then they're probably going to, you know, have a correction period when the new operation comes out later next year. That's my prediction. Obviously, things can change. But yeah, demand can come in two ways. Artificially by pumping lots of money, or organically, with time, as well as word of mouth, i.e. simple or famous streamer or player talks about said item, uses said item, promotes said item, causing demand to go higher. So in either scenario, you're trying, like, the key here is demand. In either scenario, you gotta get people interested in buying it. If you can get more people buying, it'll cause the price to go higher. And since we're speaking of cases, a lot of them are rare and, you know, hard to drop. Low probability of getting in a drop, so their prices should go higher. What about Snakebite cases? We'll analyze a couple cases in a second. Chinese players might be opening cases in huge numbers due to the major. That's true. That is true. You're not wrong. You know, honestly, I wonder how the crowd is going to be in Shanghai. Because here in the West, when there were majors, like, it's been a meme the last couple of majors to, like, open cases during the major, like, in the crowd. I'm very curious to see how China does that and, like, how the Chinese crowd do that. So that's actually going to be very interesting. Good point there. So maybe you may be onto something. Maybe certain cases, there could be heightened demand, honestly. You never know. That being said, guys, I still think that we are probably due for another case at some point this year. Like, whether it's in October or November, I think we're gonna get a case or a collection, maybe some sort of, like, new, like, we need new skins, guys. We really do. We're kind of in a drought at the moment. So, with that being said, it could go both ways. What am I doing if I owned any cases? So, my best advice, guys, and again, none of this is financial advice. This is just purely what I would do from a technical and standpoint. Like, I would just say this. When I look at the charts of some of these cases, like, I'm looking at Danger Zone right now, right? And I used to be a huge Danger Zone investor. Like, I used to have tens of thousands of these. I've already cashed out, but if I had more, I'm looking at this chart. This is a monthly chart, guys. And I'm looking at here. Whenever you have a chart at the bottom left, right, to start the month, and then it goes to the top right corner at the end of the month, that to me is like screaming, yeah, it's time to lock in some gains. I'm not telling you to panic sell. I'm not telling you to sell everything and run away from cases. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this is a very, very healthy, I would say more than healthy. This is tremendous. You went from 75, 78 cents to $1. That's a crazy percentage. That's over 20% gain. So, yeah, you best believe I'm going to be locking in some profits if I had some of these Danger Zone cases. So, what I would recommend if I owned any of these cases, I would take some off the table. Take some money off the table. Lock in some gains. I don't want you guys to be, you know, like these people here. If you look at the lifetime of this chart, we had such a huge run up from like 15, 20 cents all the way to $1.21. You didn't lock in profit up here, and then you sold when they went back down to 60 cents. You missed out on a lot of gain here. I don't want this to be you. You know, let's say you bought it at 30 cents, it went all the way up to $1.20, and then you waited for it to go all the way back down to 60 before. I mean, that's still doubling your money, but like at the end of the day, you gotta be more careful here. I personally, yeah, I would lock in gains. Anytime you see a very fast spike in any item, it doesn't have to be cases, lock in some gains. Trust me, it's really good risk management. I already took profit, better than nothing. I don't want to end up like Paris. Exactly. Paris was a great example of you could have taken profit on certain items, but you didn't because you expected greater returns. Winter sale on Steam plus Shanghai Major, I think price rise will not continue. I agree. There's definitely risks to the downside. Has it really been 3 years since an operation? I swear Broken Fang didn't feel like that long ago. The last operation was Riptide, not Broken Fang. Riptide was 2021. So yeah, it has been 3 years, almost 3 years, guys, in like couple days. So what I would do is, yeah, I would take some money off the table from cases, and I would honestly look elsewhere. Like, here's the thing. You guys clicked on this video because I'm assuming you guys are case investors. I'm assuming you guys have some skin in the game, some money put into cases, and that's totally valid. I mean, I respect that. I used to be a big case investor. I still have interest in cases, just not right now. I'm not buying cases at these elevated levels. If I were somebody watching this video and I've never owned cases, or I don't have any cases in my inventory, I'm not buying right now. I'm looking at this danger zone chart and I'm saying to myself, why would I buy at the top when like 2 weeks ago I could have gotten it for like 70 cents? Now I'm paying $1 for it? Like, no, I'm gonna look for other opportunities. There are plenty of other items, plenty of other skins, and other sectors of the CSGO market or economy that you can put money to work. What's up, Snowy? How you doing? I hope we get more than a tweet for CS2 first birthday. I hope so too. I hope they do give us something to chew on. So if I owned cases, I'm taking profit and I'm looking for other opportunities. And I'm actually gonna try to do another live stream later this week where we look for undervalued items. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I scan items and like look through the market for items, what I look for, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. Sub to the YouTube channel. I'll guide you through what I look for in the markets, what constitutes a good investment. Because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, everyone is looking at cases right now. Everyone. I don't care who, like, for a variety of different reasons. Some people look at cases to gamble and open. Some people look at it, to just throw money and, get a thrill. Some people look at it as an investment and they want to make money from it. That's why you guys are watching this video, obviously. So, like, there's different reasons, but everyone is looking at cases. Cases are a big, item that everyone talks about because there's so many different cases. They have different fundamentals, different items found in the cases, and different prices. Everyone's talking about cases, and that's fine. You can make money with cases. But right now, at these high levels, after they've run up over the past couple of weeks and months, I don't think that the opportunity is there to enter a new position in cases. So right now, yeah, I would love to have a bunch of Phoenix cases right now or Danger Zone cases so I can sell some, but I don't. So if I don't, I'm looking at other places of the market. The trick, guys, the trick in investing is to buy low and sell high. And you want to look for items that nobody is talking about. And I'm actually going to have a video on this very topic in the next couple of days, talking about how, in a way, I don't want to say but I don't mind that we've been getting a bunch of borderless majors. We've been getting a bunch of copy pasta stickers because, and I'll tell you why, hear me out. In a way, it's giving us, not giving us, but it's incentivizing us. It's pretty much forcing us to think outside the box is what I'm trying to say. To really find a narrative, find an item. It's, you don't follow the same cookie cutter strategy, basically what I'm trying to say, because over the last couple of years, it was very simple. You just buy major capsules, hold, sell. Buy operation cases, hold, sell, rinse, repeat. And honestly, that could still work, but for operations, because we don't know when we're gonna have them again, and they're only a limited time, and there's so many different fundamentals when it comes to operations. They're not the same, but with majors, that we're gonna have at least 2 majors a year. The only issue is now we're getting the same majors, and I don't want this video to turn into a major sticker topic, but all of this to say, it basically is giving us the opportunity to look elsewhere and to really be smart with where we put our money to work. And I'm telling you guys, this economy, this market is very tiny compared to global markets, compared to other asset classes, where if you really find a narrative, find an item that nobody is talking about, find an item that looks really good, you think that there will be high demand in the future, it makes sense fundamentally, the supply isn't overinflated, it's no longer dropping potentially, you can make some serious cash right now by locking in some gains from cases and funneling it into those types of items. We're gonna try to find some on this channel through these live streams. I'll try my best to find some for you guys, you know, for free, obviously, on YouTube. But as well, we also have a couple of my plays that I do only for the members. So if you're a channel member or through Patreon, you guys know emergency buy sell update. This was on September 3rd. I ended up selling a bunch of my investments, made some decent gains on that, and I ended up finding a very undervalued item that I've been buying like hundreds and thousands of over the next couple of days. So if you're interested in that, you can join and you can be part of the movement in the community. But we'll definitely try to find some of those same types of items, and I'll make a dedicated video on this topic. I'll make a live stream looking for these types of items. But again, cases right now, lock in some gains. Absolutely. I would not be adding here. I would be waiting for pullbacks. If you want to add, that's fine. Wait for a pullback. Use buy orders. Don't don't chase. I hate chasing. Chasing is not what you should be doing right now. If you're buying a Danger Zone case today, you're chasing. Like, you're just chasing. Wait for its price to go back down, then start buying. Always buy the dips. Let's see here. And okay, so then, yeah, please no copy pasta viewer pass. Okay. Can you check out the Cato craft that I bought, Fano? The Cato craft. Send me a screenshot in the Discord server. I'll see if I have time to look at it. Now, let's take a look at some individual cases. So, a couple of you guys wanted me to take a look at Snakebite cases. So, we'll do a quick Snakebite case review. So, Snakebite cases are pretty cheap, all things considered. If this thing loads, give me a second. They're only 25 cents. I believe they're in the rare drop pool. They have gone up over the past month or so. They were 20 cents, now they're 25, so that's a decent gain. I like it a little bit more than Danger Zone because it is cheaper. But if I were buying Snakebite cases, I would try to use buy orders. Like, if you're buying from the Steam market, I'm not going here and just buying 25 cents. I'm going to be setting a buy order for 24 or 23. And, you know, if you buy your cases from third-party sites or whatever, or wherever, FloatDB or whatever marketplace that you guys use, I would recommend you guys do the same. You try to get them for as low of a price as you can. And, yeah, buy any sort of weakness. As far as the fundamentals for this case, it is a glove case, and it is a Broken Fang gloves case type thing, so I'm not a huge fan of that, but that's why it's cheap. There's not enough demand for gloves, for those particular types of gloves, so that's why the price of this case is cheap. That being said, you can buy a lot of them, and then, you know, when the price does inevitably rise, you'll be able to lock in a decent percentage gain because a 3x is only 75 cents, a 4x is only $1. Meanwhile, if you buy a Phoenix case, if you want it to 3x, you're gonna have to wait for the Phoenix case to go to like 12 bucks, which probably isn't gonna happen unless some serious demand buying starts to ensue, which could happen, you never know, but the probability just isn't there, I guess. Breakout cases will always have demand. I like breakout cases. I don't like them at $8. I really wish I picked more up at $4, $5 when I had the opportunity. I would personally wait for them to dip before buying more. That would be my stance there. Let's see here. What other cases? Generally speaking, though, what to look for if you do decide to invest in cases. The cases that I like, look for cases that have rare special items that are only found in that case, i.e. butterfly knives, i.e. the OG knife finishes, like, what is it, like, fades and case hardens, right? Look for, honestly, look for, cases that that have demand value. Oh, sorry, not demand value. Trying to word it correctly. Look for cases that people have to open to get an item. So this is more like a one-off case. I actually was thinking about this weekend, and I brought it up during the members live stream, so I'm actually going to share it with you guys here too. But you know what's something interesting, chat? The winter offensive case is a very interesting case. And now, listen, it's a pretty expensive case right now, so I'm not advocating that you, like, oh, no, sorry, that's the key. I'm not, like, advocating that this case is going to be the next best investment, but I am just going to tell you guys one quick thing. It's $8 on Steam, and this case is very interesting because, first of all, there's very few of them out there on the Steam market. It has a very interesting rare special, not rare special item, sorry. It has the Asimov in it, which is a historically great op skin. But it has very few skins in that case. First of all, there's very few skins in that collection. If you look in and analyze that case, there's not a whole lot of skins in that case. Has the OG knives, but I would say not the most important thing, but a very important thing, guys, is this right here. Let me pull up this case. Let me show you guys this. You see what it has? It has the 5.7 Kami. And think about this. This case was released 10 years ago, guys. If anybody in the future wants to get their hands, pause, on a 5.7 pussy pattern, pause. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just pause, go with it. You have to open this case. There is no way that you can get a 5.7 pussy pattern through trade-ups. You can't get it through trade-ups. You have to open this case. So, again, this is where demand fluctuates. So there's going to be periods where demand goes up. There's going to be, periods where demand goes down for certain skins. This skin in particular, you have to unbox it. You can't get it any other way. So I'm just saying, in the future, if you think that, there's going to be continued demand for the special pattern on the Kami, people are still going to be talking about it. This case is that case. In addition to the other things that it has, it has, sorry, not the Op Asimov, it has the M4 Asimov, the Op Asimov was Phoenix, my bad. But it also has, like, the OG knives as well. It's also a rare case drop, meaning it's hard to drop. So, look for those types of items that, people, very niche items that people will want to unbox. Again, not financial advice. I'm not saying it's the best case ever. I'm gonna put a bunch of money into the winter offensive case, but look for those types of cases. So yeah, we got what's up, Aspects? How you doing, man? How you doing? Hope you're doing all right. With that being said, guys, let's see. Did I cover everything today? Full case continue to rise. Wire case is rising. I covered exactly that. Apart from that, yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna see another case at the end of the year. We're probably gonna see an operation next year, and we'll go from there. Lock in some gains when you have them. Try to look elsewhere. My next live stream on YouTube we're gonna be hunting for some undervalued investments, so hopefully you guys join me for that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I think that's enough. I don't want to make this video too long. Let me know in the comments, guys, what your case investment is. Like, what's your favorite case that you currently have or you're thinking of investing in? Let's have a discussion in the chat or in the comments. I'll read all comments and reply. And with that, I'll leave you guys to it. Hope to see you guys in the private Patreon Discord. And until next time, happy investing.